I was born in New Zealand and moved to England when I was 15. My careers advisor told me that I should be a florist, and I did work experience straight from school as a florist. I've always loved nature. My mum always did lots of gardening, taught me to appreciate flowers. It just sort of all lined up and made sense to become a florist. When I was 25, I decided to move back to New Zealand. That was when I started my own business. I was just dying to be my own boss, and I was ready for the challenge. I knew that it would be difficult. I knew that there would be periods of no money and financially slim times. But apart from that, I didn't know a hell of a lot. I read a whole bunch of books, just learned as much as I could online. Yeah, I just sort of let the journey take me where it did, and it worked out really well for me. Well, I started out just literally door knocking and going from business to business, asking people whether they'd like fresh flowers in their offices. Then I went to a retailer and found out that they would also like some flowers within their stores. It was really, really tough for the first 3 or 4 years. There was no way I could survive, so I got a little part-time job in conjunction with my own business. I think at the beginning I had a few really hairy moments where I thought, oh gosh, am I going to be allowed to buy today because I haven't paid my bills? And I managed to make it work with the help of the bank being quite understanding. About 7 years later, that's when I decided to branch out and start up my second business, which was subscription flowers delivered directly to your home. People jump online and they can choose between weekly, monthly or fortnightly. Is there anything that they hate? Is there anything that they love? And we take all that stuff into account when we're buying for them. And then we just bunch up the flowers and send them straight from the market to their home. They're stopping in the garage for a bit of wrapping in between. We just knew that there hadn't been anything like this in Auckland or in New Zealand before, and this was the next best thing in floristry. From working previously with just foot traffic and people making that impulse purchase as they walk past, and now with having an online business, how do you get seen? It is really tough. So much of it relies on being able to photograph your product and be able to make your flowers look nice. People are hashtagging, people are reposting, people are really spreading the word, and that's sort of part of the fun, is that people love to show off their designs and show off what they've created. Pop it in. It's actually a massive learning curve, and something that I didn't realise would become so much of a part of the business. And now I feel like I can sort of predict what they're going to want and how much they're going to want of it, and also building up my client base and getting people to trust me and my brand, and all that stuff takes a lot of time.
It's more easier to do that.
Yeah, I think so. I think if I could do anything over again, I wouldn't change a thing, just because of the fact that everything that has happened has led me to where I am now. It's not always been easy, and it's not always been smooth sailing, that's for sure. I've had some really tough times, but that's okay, because it's like any business. You've got to start and you've got to work your way up, and it takes time.